Okay. So hey guys, it's Jin here, and so recently I've been seeing these ads for a company under the name of Kin Fertility, and at first it was something that I wasn't really too interested in because I wasn't really planning to go on the pill. But after seeing so many ads on literally on Facebook, and even our local news promoted it, I was a bit curious about this new website, and because of this I decided to, I guess, investigate it myself. So the idea of Kin Fertility is that it's a website where women in Australia can get their own oral contraceptive pills without going to the GP anymore, and the pills are basically delivered to their door by pharmacy that's partnered with the website, and it sounds pretty cool, you know. I had like a really weird, I guess, feelings about this, and this is my experience. So when you go onto their website, you would have to sign up and answer a basic questionnaire to see if you are suitable to go on a pill. You get questions like your height, your age, your past experience with contraceptive pills, etc, etc. Then you are asked to pay a yearly subscription of basically $55 for your application to be reviewed by a doctor, and then once it's accepted, you will be connected to a doctor. So here's the thing, I don't know if it was just me and the doctor that I was I guess connected with, but she replied hella slow. And I understand that these doctors are basically, they're real life doctors, they have real jobs and stuff, and they only reply to your messages when they have time, so like when on breaks or like when they get home, etc, etc. But my doctor literally replied to me once a day, and sometimes even like once every 2 days. And so for me, it took like 5 to 7 days before I was even able to get to the process of where there was an actual pill prescribed to me. But other than that, the doctor was like really nice. So I don't know, I just thought that it would have been a quicker process, and it might be a quicker process with other people, but it's just a doctor that I was connected with. But I would have just liked it to be quicker. It would have just been so much faster if I just go to the GP and waited like an hour and then get my prescription and just go to the, you know, nearest pharmacy and get my pills than that. And another thing is, like, I would like to make sure everyone is aware is that these pills are expensive. Okay, so I made a fool out of myself, and this is the update. I've checked on the website again, and apparently they actually do have pills that's really cheap, and it's not all expensive. Some pills are as cheap as $30 for 6 months, and it was just the pills that the doctor suggested to me were hella expensive. So carry on watching this video pretending that I did nothing wrong. Okay, and so at first the doctor suggested a pill for me under the brand Zoli. So the synthetic hormone for this brand is so much more similar to the real hormone produced by our bodies, and it's also known for the least affecting mood. So people that's on this brand would least likely to have any mood swings, etc, because of the pill. But this pill was really expensive. But this is also in a context that I did ask the doctor to if there was a pill that would make me not that miserable, because for my last pill I was feeling hella miserable. I hated it. I cried at every little thing possible to be crying at, even though it's like not worth crying for. I cried because while I was on the pill, so I hated it. So that's why I got off. And so, you know, in doctor's defense, this pill is known to be the least affecting mood, so I understand. But these pills were literally $160 for 6 months worth. So that's like, I did some calculating, and it was basically $26.70 a month. So like $26.70 per a little blister, which was like crazy, because it's like my last pill, even though it was like shit, it made me feel like shit, but like literally that price for 4 months worth of like pills, which was just mind-blowing. So basically I just kindly said no and asked if there was one that's similar but cheaper. So this led to the doctor prescribing me this pill which was cheaper, but it really isn't really that cheap, to be honest. It was still expensive for my kind of, I guess, income and earning. So the pill that I ended up with cost $110 for 6 months. So that's like around like what? So let me quickly do the maths. So it's a bit cheaper. So it's $18.30 a month, which is way cheaper than the other one, but it's still expensive. But at that point I was just kind of like really over it. I didn't really like, it's already been like 6 days of talking to this doctor and I still haven't gotten a pill prescribed yet. So I was kind of like in that state where I just wanted to get my pills. So I just said like, yes, sure, that's perfect kind of thing. So that's how I got the pill that I was prescribed. So once you and the doctor has agreed on a pill, then you basically have to fill in this kind of like little form which makes you have to pay for it and you have to like agree kind of thing, etc. And once you do that, the pill then will be sent out to you as soon as possible. And so basically this is the bit that I was pretty happy with. The pill was sent out the next day and it arrived pretty fast. It arrived 2 days within the pill was sent, and it is easier than going to the doctor because the pill comes to you, so you have to go. But then again, I could just easily got the pill, go to the doctor, get the pill in one single day than a week. And then so now ultimately is how I feel about this experience. So I feel very conflicted about this, I guess, idea and the company's goal. So I think it's a great idea what they're trying to achieve, but really expensive. They have nothing to do with like the country's healthcare, so you won't get any like discounts and stuff. It's literally just paid by the full amount. So that's like a downside. It's really expensive and it's a really slow process, at least for me. Again, I don't know how other people's experience, but this is my experience that it was just too slow for me. And I guess I'm impatient. And another thing is with everything is so expensive and you have to pay for the yearly prescription, and I understand the shipping fee is most likely be included into the membership, but then again I feel like you would have just been saved so much more money if you just went to the doctor and actually go get the pill yourself. And I know that like sometimes some women do think that going to the doctor and getting the pill is like difficult. I guess I personally don't feel that way. I just feel like I'm just going to the doctor to get a pill. It's the same as I'm going to the doctor if I'm like feeling ill. So that's just me, my opinion. So would I recommend Kin Fertility? Well, to be honest, I won't really recommend Kin Fertility, at least for people, I guess, don't really have much money, I guess, or like they don't really earn as much, or they have other stuff that they have to pay for, etc. I wouldn't really say Kin Fertility is a good way to get your pills, but I feel like Kin Fertility is perfect for people that have really busy life, I guess, full-time job, etc., where they don't really need to get a pill that fast and they don't have time to really like have a break and go to the doctors and get the pills. In that case, I feel like Kin Fertility is really perfect for those type of women, but just for me where I'm just like free and have nothing better to do, it's not really worth it. So at the end of the day, it's really up to the individual whether they want to try Kin Fertility or not. And if you want to, you can comment down below if you would want to try out Kin Fertility and why. So for me, this was a very interesting experience, but I just feel like Kin Fertility is just not for me because I'm just so impatient, but it's definitely suitable for someone else. Yeah, that's all I have to say about Kin Fertility. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Bye bye.